Toxic goal number 3. I want to speak like Obama. Now, you can substitute the word or the name Obama for any other speaker who you rate highly, somebody that perhaps possibly could be a role model for you. Now, a few years ago, there was a company in London. If you typed in public speaking courses London, it would come up with, come to us, we will teach you how to speak like Obama. And I remember looking at that advert several times, and I remember thinking, why on earth would I want to speak like Obama? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting he's not an excellent speaker, and I'm not suggesting that I can't learn a great deal from some of the techniques that he uses. But why would I want to look and sound like Obama? And in fact, if I stood there and I stuck my chin up and I looked down slightly, and some people would say I would be very noble, and some people would say, oh, he's looking down on you. And it's really very interesting how Obama is perceived these days. So the other thing, if I spoke like Obama, and I paused, and I kept looking, and even, let's say I had the temerity to use an accent like his, my typical audience who comes to work with me in London would feel very, very uncomfortable. They would be thinking, hold on, is this guy Vince, is he real? Why is he trying to pretend to talk like Obama? It would freak them out. The moment the audience get a seed of doubt in their mind that this isn't real and that you're pretending or play acting or aiming to be something or somebody else, they're going to not enjoy this experience. So my suggestion is always be a first-rate you and not a second-rate anybody else. There was a lady came on my course a few years ago, and she told me that her objective from attending the course was to be a more proficient speaker like her boss, Sir Terry. So I said, oh, Sir Terry, sounds interesting. Tell me a little bit more about him. Well, she said, well, he's spoken to the Queen, he's spoken at the TUC, he's spoken to the Institute of Directors, he's done this, he's done that, he's spoken at select committees in Parliament. I said, wow, he sounds like a very experienced speaker. She said, yeah, and I really admire him, and I want to be as good as him. So she came along on a one-day course. Somehow she expects me to get all of Sir Terry's experience and knowledge overnight. I think that's a toxic goal. I don't think that's achievable. And of course, she went away feeling rather disappointed with herself and possibly rather disappointed with me. So the big message that I gave to that lady on the day was aim to be the best that you can be. Don't aim to be Sir Terry number 2, but just be yourself. Use all of your personality, your authentic attributes, your creativity, your spontaneity, your humour, your knowledge, your experience. Bring all of those into your speaking, because that's more than enough for anybody most of the time. So toxic goal number 3, I want to speak like Obama or indeed any other significant other. Just focus on being yourself.